Hello everyone, welcome back to Laylee fucking sucks ass, and I hope she gets aborted. Again. I know it's not even the first time I've wished that. Laylee just genuinely sucks as a bat and everything, you know? Alright, Derek, you had station topics. It's time for you to use them.
I did.
You said you did.
I know. So,
I'm not sure if you do or not.
I have to yawn, first of all.
We don't have to yawn. You choose to yawn. Oh,
no, it was
sure.
optional.
I dropped instead of jumped. Yes, game. That is what happened. How silly of me to think anything else did. Ugh.
So, I also had a whole thing while driving the other day on Saturday.
Can I have Laylee
not that.
Okay. Sorry. Keep going.
It's not that big of a thing. I went to the light, or a traffic light. Was green, so naturally, me having a need to turn right, thought, okay, the light is green. Therefore, when I go into the intersection, I can just turn right. Nope. Someone who wanted to turn left had a completely different idea. They thought they could turn left, while I was trying to turn right. So I like go up to the intersection. I start turning, and like I slow down, obviously, but like I don't like stop at all because it's a green light, so I should be able to just go straight through, turning right. And as I get past the white line and like start to turn right, I look to my left and I see a car there. And there wasn't supposed to be a car there. So Blaze like turning left, and like I'm mad at myself for not thinking to just lay on the fucking horn and like honk this bitch out.
Right.
I see her, like, she continues her left turn, never stopping at any point, never slowing down or anything. She just keeps going. She like looks at me as she goes by and like looks at me like I'm a fucking idiot.
Right.
No, she's a fucking idiot. I afterwards, me in disbelief of what's happening, looked up at the light again just to make sure it's green. It was still green. It was in fact definitely green. This cunt just decided she's gonna make her left turn, completely disregarding the fact that there could have been someone making a right turn, because there was someone making a right turn. And like what bothered me is like, if she didn't see me before and just was going left, and like that, like if she started to turn left, whatever, fine, but like she should have at least stopped and let me finish going right before she kept going left, because like she just did not stop. She had no intention of stopping or slowing down. She was going to make her left turn regardless of the fact that I had the right of way and was supposed to be making a right turn.
Yeah. I mean, did I mention what I did on Thanksgiving to this guy?
I don't know.
This guy, so he basically ran a red light on Thanksgiving. I'm coming up, it's sort of like one of those red green lights where the roads like kind of like merge together. They're right next to each other. It's that type of deal. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
anyhow, I got green, so I'm driving. I see this guy absolutely powerhouse speeding. And he's approaching the thing, so I slow down even though I have a green light and I should be stopping. And I stop basically at the green light. Oh no, past the green light a little bit, because I had right away for obvious reasons. And I'm so mad that just happened. I look at this guy. This guy stops. And then I start to go, and he starts to go, and then he just what happens? Oh yeah, he just runs the fucking red light when I have a green light. and I beep my fucking horn at the... No. Sorry, he lets me go. I go. And then he runs the red light. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I stop my car. Because this guy, I basically stop my car. I slow down to make it's a single lane road, to make this guy slow down. Because he's being a fucking prick right now. You don't run a red light. I don't care what situation you think is happening. And I could tell you, I know some people are like, oh, what if it was an emergency? By the end of the story, you understand it was definitely not an emergency. Whatever reason this guy was going,
if it's an emergency, you gotta drive safe to get there.
Even still, yeah. He's clearly just pissed off and driving. He passes me, and I beat my fucking horn, like so loud, because I'm like, no, this shit is not happening. So I speed up to catch up to this guy. Not even kidding. Like, I go his speed, he's going like 40, and I'm like, I'm catching up to this fucker and making his life hell. I honestly don't know what I'm planning on doing, but it's okay, because it works out. Hold on, sorry.
I was to say, it works out at the end.
Yeah, no, that's just the end of the story. No, JK. So
I'm gonna catch up to him, and you know what? It works out.
Yeah, it works out. Some things just work out, Derek. I don't know what you want.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, they do.
So, anyways,
Hey.
a different topic.
Oh, I'm not done anyhow. Sorry. I was getting distracted by this pipe not fucking moving. It was really distracting. There we go. Great. Wow. So this guy sees that I'm speeding up, catching him. I'm right behind him at this point. So he turned, but no, I'm not right behind him. I never actually get right behind him at any point. He approaches. No, he doesn't. He puts his right blinker on. So I think, wow, he's turning into this house right here. What a dick. He did not need to run a red light. He's not going any roofing. Nope, that was not his house. You know what he did? Pulled over his car, started to get out.
Okay.
For the exact reason you might think that he's starting to get out. I drive past him. He stops trying to get out, closes the door, and he drives right behind me. At this point, I'm fucking laughing at this dude, like, literally just pulled over on the side of the road, thinking I was gonna fight him. I'm not gonna fight him. I'm gonna run him over. At worst. At best. Because he's a dick. But
who gets the idea in their head? Oh, this bitch wants to fight. I'll fight. Let me pull over, and I'm sure he's gonna do it too.
Yeah. Like, no, I don't get it. I don't get it. So this, as you probably tell, I did not fight that dude. I drove past him. He drives up to me. He basically gets right behind me. He starts making these weird gestures. He's clearly upset. I don't know what's I don't know what he's saying though, because he's not like flipping me off. He's just making a bunch of weird hand gestures. I'm like, okay. And then I don't remember what I did after that. I probably just went slow. And I think he eventually he turned left at that moment. So after I got back in front of him, he just turned left. Satisfying.
Yeah.
I love pissing people off on the road, especially dicks. Like, you fucking asshole, I'll make you pay. I don't care.
I mean, I have several opinions about your driving.
Yeah. But you can't say What? That I don't follow the rules of the road beyond the fucking speed limit, I guess.
None come to mind that I can think of besides the speed limit, but I feel like that's still a very important one that you just couldn't care less about.
It's really, Derek, the speed limit, it's important in situations where, like, the weather is unideal. And that you understand what the speed limit is, and, what's the word I'm thinking of here?
Well, there's other scenarios, too, where it's important. Like, if you, like, there's other factors to consider. If you're on a back road, you have to consider deer or other obstructions finding their ways into the road.
Well, I can react to that.
Road. You have to consider blind turns.
where I will not be able to stop.
You have to consider blind turns where you don't know where you can't.
Why would I drive fast on blind turns? It's ridiculous.
Some people will. I'm just saying.
Some people will.
The point of speed limit Zinker is to make sure people don't in the first place, or they don't drive too fast around areas with these things.
Here's the deal, right? I don't drive a speed that's too fast. That would create an unsafe situation for me or another driver. Besides another driver going ridiculously slow underneath the speed limit, which is just dangerous in its own right.
Yes, speed limits absolutely have a good purpose.
Yeah, I'm not saying they're useless, but like, I'm saying that I'm not unsafe when I drive. Luna, get off the table. No, bad Luna. I don't create an unsafe situation, and I genuinely believe this, and I don't. I know I can react fast enough, if need be, to stop if necessary. Okay, fuck off, Laylee.
If you say so.
I can. I've done it.
I don't believe. Yes,
Derek,
Zinker, I've done it too.
Your belief means nothing.
I reacted
to
to things fast enough.
If anything, your lack of belief in me
and your belief means nothing to me, Zinker.
Luna.
Zinker, your belief all thing to me that goes both ways, pal. Like that's like I don't just because you're saying I can do it, I'll stop. Doesn't make me think you'll stop anymore.
You want me to prove it? We can prove this next time you're up here, Derek.
Not particularly, because I'd
it won't
really
feel nice,
rather not.
But I could do it, man.
All I'm saying is way too many people are far overconfident in their driving abilities, and that isn't a safe thing in general.
I wouldn't say I'm overconfident, though. I'm completely confident. I do not drive way too fast. Like, alright, on the highway, I go 85, right? I won't go faster than 85. Besides to quickly pass someone, which is, different. And that might sound ridiculous, because the speed limit's like 65 or whatever, but it's not that bad, and that's what most people in Connecticut even drive. It's not, like, it's essentially the flow of traffic. A lot of the roads I go fast on, I don't go much faster than 5 miles per hour, the speed limit. The exception to this are basically roads by my work, because the roads by my work, I do get why they have these certain speed limits. Like, it's like a 35 mile per hour road, but you should be going 50 miles per hour down this road, because it's just ridiculous. The only time you should be going slower is like there's a stop sign. There's a stop sign that you want to approach.
Cars also don't stop on a dime. They
don't. They need to slow down.
If you try to stop an 85 mile per hour car, you're going to still need a lot of room, and the person behind you is going to need a lot of room.
I am not
and then
going
the person
85
behind
on
them
a
is
back
going to need a
road.
lot of room. Yes, but on a highway, Zinker, if something happens, if there's if there is a collision somewhere, like if someone messes something up somewhere, and that's how pileups happen. Is because people aren't able to stop in time.
Alright, but if you're not tailgating, you have plenty of distance between people. You have plenty of reaction time to swerve or stop.
Not when a highway's busy.
I'm never on a busy highway. Well, not really in a busy highway. No, busy highway, the lanes are...
It takes a lot more distance.
It takes a lot more distance to stop. Yes, I know. Then you swerve. The restricted lane in Connecticut is almost never filled on the highway I usually take. The Hartford Highway, I hate that one for a lot of reasons. But even then, I'm still going flow of traffic.
Okay. And if you swerve, then you still have to be able to maintain control after swerving, which isn't as easy as it might be in your head.
It is, Derek. What the fuck are you talking about?
If you're going
extremely easy.
If you're going fast and you swerve, you risk the chance of fishtailing. Even just like with rubber on pavement, you still risk the chance of fishtailing, or that's how people flip their cars sometimes too, is by going fast and turning too hard. You cannot
How
turn
far are you
that
fucking
hard.
turning the wheel? You're on a highway. You take a slight nudge, buddy.
And you don't have much room you don't always have much room to turn in the first place, or like let's say you're in the center lane. You might not have the room to turn left or right. You might have cars on both sides.
Situational awareness. I do not like to drive with cars anywhere near me. On any lane, really. I will move. Sometimes their dicks are like, this pissed me off too. Their dicks are like, oh my god, this person's about to pass me. Let me start driving their speed so they don't pass me. And then they stay kind of like in a near blind spot for me. Alright, and I get fucking peeved about that. I'm like, fuck off. Like, I'm trying to... But, like, I am never near someone where I can't move left or right. Not on a highway. Highway, if something had... It would have to be a serious collision on a highway. Like, and I mean serious. Like, so bad that every single lane on that highway is fucking destroyed. There... Oh, hey, Nimbus. Nimbo. Oh god, he's constipated. That's weird.
Zinker, do you really think if an accident happens that like several people on a highway are going to be able to swerve around at 85 miles per hour?
Several people? I'm not worried about several people. I'm worried about me, Derek. Fuck everyone else.
Okay, but Zinker,
die.
if those several people fail and you're behind them, then they're going to decrease your chances of succeeding by also adding to the collision.
I am never that close to someone where I feel like they would actually like get me.
It doesn't matter how close you are, Zinker. It doesn't.
It does.
Matter how close you are, they might get you. What matters is it could happen, Zinker. It could happen a mile down the road where someone collides. Someone bumps someone and they spin out and their car's in the middle of the road. Then if everybody else is going 85 miles per hour, everybody has to avoid that collision at 85 miles per hour, because a mile down the road, you're gonna get there. You're probably going to reach it before any sort of like emergency services do, or anyone who's trying to help these people that were in the collision. In which case, everybody's got to be able to swerve around it. Not everybody can do that, which then adds to the which will likely add to the carnage. Which, and whether or not you can, someone else might fail, then add to the collision and create more of a hazard for you to then have to avoid later. This is why it's important for everybody to be going a lower speed limit. You can't just have some people have a pass of like, well, that person can go fast because they're okay. That's why everybody has to go the same speed, and that's why they set speed limits in the first place, is to try to reduce the chances of collisions in the happening in the first place, because at higher, and also to just reduce the carnage, because at higher speeds it causes more damage.
Right. I checked out. Mostly on accident, but then kinda on purpose.
She refused to listen to reason.
Derek, do not talk to me about reason, mister. I think Spider-Man
Zinker,
is the bad guy.
believe. I will never believe that you have any sort of reason, rhyme or reason to you, solely because you could not choose good movie theater seats. You choose literally the second worst position.
Here is reasoning. All right. Me. Never been in an accident. Actually, well, sorry, I technically have been in 2 accidents, both of which have been going under 5 miles per hour. But I've never been in an accident. I've never really come close to an accident that wasn't like the situation I described earlier with that dumb bitch doing whatever the fuck she felt like. I have never, I've never been close to an accident where it's really been, oh, that's not true. But a lot of those times doesn't have anything to do with speed. It's like, whoopsies, I somehow fucked up stopping at a stop sign, which, I mean, I didn't see the stop sign. But usually in that situation,
it's an octagon. Just look for the octagon.
Yeah. I'm not trying to call you bitch, whatever. Yeah, it'll be like on a road that I don't normally drive, or I don't drive a lot, that happens. It does not happen often, by the way, but it has happened. I'm like, oh my god, that was horrible. Stop signs are not suggestions. That's important, but
nope.
Anyhow, going 85 on a highway, it's a highway. You have plenty of viewing distance, plenty of reaction time, unless you're tailgating someone. I'm not encouraging people to drive at that speed, but I'm like flow of traffic. I will not cause an accident going 85, unless the highway is super duper fucking cluttered, which the highway in particular is not most of the time. When it is, I slow down, of course, because I wouldn't be able to make it. I drive perfectly safe. Derek.
Speed limits are also intended to account for idiots that can't drive but somehow have a license. So my point is the reason that everybody should follow them is because you never know what idiot's driving around you as well.
Anyhow, what I was originally saying was the back roads I go on where I go 50. At first I didn't understand why the speed limits are even 35. Because when I say it just doesn't make sense, I mean it does not make sense in this area whatsoever. I didn't understand it until it fucking snowed there. If you even try to go the speed limit when it snows there, you're dead, pretty much. Because you should be going under the speed limit when it's rainy or especially snowy. Stop. Stop. Stop, Bixby. Stop. Jesus Christ.
Yes, and keep in mind, I hadn't been in an accident for 5 years after I got my license, and then going down the gravel road, which while going
you don't go fast down a gravel road, Derek.
I was going the speed limit. It was, however, the road had been damaged. 45.
Why the fuck is there a 45 mile per hour speed limit on a gravel road?
Well, it's
that's not so much your fault, but someone fucked up there.
I mean, I hadn't had any problems going 45 on that road until the rain damaged the road and caused it to be very loose. And then I had problems.
Right. Of course.
But
that's how that would work.
My point is using the argument of I've never been in an accident isn't a great point to stand from, because I'm a very good driver. However, just circumstances mostly out of my control or still cause me to be in a very bad accident.
Right. So, here's the counter argument to that. You did not refute anything with that. Me saying I've never been in an accident, you being in an accident despite being a good driver does not argue that me not being in a bad accident doesn't mean I'm a good driver. That's not.
My point is using, yes, but it does refute something of my point. My point is just saying I'm a good driver, or I haven't been in an accident. I'm a good driver. I won't get in an accident, or I won't be in an accident. Doesn't pan
the
out
accident
because,
you were in doesn't have anything to do with speed.
well,
it does.
If I was going slower, then I would have.
But it's on a gravel road,
slid,
not on a
probably, but-
highway. This isn't. It's not the same situation. Doesn't equate.
The point is that it's not to equate that like the speed limit had something to do with it. All I'm saying is just that you can wind up in an accident regardless of whether or not it was your fault, whether you're a good driver or not. The reason that speed limits exist is to try to mitigate bad drivers causing accidents by reducing the speed they're going in general, as well as reducing the damage that comes from them.
Anyhow,
And
I'm
just
not
because if someone
concerned.
else gets into someone else getting into an accident can easily cause you to get into an accident. One of my friends the
Right.
one day, because every other driver out there is an idiot.
That's correct, and I assume that at
So-
all points.
Yeah.
Very much.
One of my friends, a couple, I think it was a couple months ago. I guess it's probably like
Whatever.
It was more
Next
like
time,
several months ago.
we gotta move the next time. We're going too
Alright,
long.
We'll talk about it next